Hello everyone and welcome to my Ark Raiders key guide. At the time of recording this, we have a total of 21 keys that you can find, and you can use these keys to gain access to locked areas on different maps to hopefully get yourself some good loot. I have gone ahead and collected all of these keys, and I'm going to show you the location of each locked room in this guide and some of the loot that you can get out of them. But first, you may be asking, how do I even find keys? Well, they are completely random drops. They are rare drops, and they tend to drop more inside of like high loot areas. So the red border areas or the amber or orange border areas, these have good chances of dropping keys, I'd say. But also residential areas. You're looking for drawers, you're looking for cupboards, you're looking for things like that. And a great location to farm keys, I find, is Ruby Residence on Dam Battlegrounds. There's free multi-tier apartment buildings here, and they got loads of drawers, lots of cupboards, and I do find a ton of keys there. You've also got Pale Apartments down the road. These sort of areas will drop a lot of keys, but essentially they are completely random, and when you pick them up, hopefully you got a safe pocket so you can ensure you get them out. I do also want to advise that these keys are best spent on events like night raids, because on these you get increased loot value, which means the locked room has increased loot value, giving you more chance of getting better loot. However, these night raids can be highly contested at these areas, so do that at your own risk. You can still get some very good loot on the normal version of the raid. I'll now take you through every single locked room location with every key and show you where they are and what loot I get out of them. Now, I highly recommend going in with at least an augment with a safe pocket, because when you do this, you can put your key in your safe pocket. If you don't make it to the room and you die, you can come back out and try again. But do be warned, once you've unlocked the room, the key is burnt. So you want to loot up and get out and put anything valuable in the safe pocket, because from that point on, you can't regain the key. And if you lose your loot, you lose your loot. So if you want to be more precautious, taking some jolt mines, door blockers, things like that, that's entirely up to you. We're going to start with the Dam Battlegrounds. There's 4 keys per map, with the exception of the blue gate, which has 1 extra key. We'll discuss when we get there. We also have a power rod door as well we're going to cover in this video. It'll all be timestamped down below in the video description if you want to skip to any of the keys. So, starting with the Dam Surveillance Key. For this key, we'll be headed to Dam Battlegrounds, and if we inspect the map, we want to head over to the Water Treatment Control. Here is the Water Treatment Control building in front of me here. I like to enter it from the west side, where I am on the map here. But there's multiple ways to get to this. From the west side, you can see this central staircase. And it's very easy to get to the door from here. So be careful of the arc that you are bound to bump into. But once you go up the first set of stairs, you just want to enter through this door. There might be some arc inside as well, but the locked door is just here. So you can use the Dam Surveillance Key on this door. We can head inside, and I'll show you what loot I grab. So this is everything I picked up from that room. The highlights being the Venator 2. We got an Anvil blueprint. We also got an Arpeggio there as well, with some medium gun parts, among other items. Next, we're going to be using the Dam Staff Room Key. So again, we'll be heading to Dam Battlegrounds, and if we inspect the map, we want to head to the Research and Administration building, which is a high loot value area. Here in front of us is the Research and Administration building, and we want to head through the front door of this. So right where we see here the main logo on the building, we're going to head through the main door. I'll show you the location I am on the map. Again, just to the west side of the building here. This is where you want to head to. And just head through the main door. And the locked door is straight in front of you. So we'll open this door here. Be careful of any arc again. Have a quick look for that. I think we're good. And there's the locked door. So we're going to head inside. We're going to spend the Dam Staff Room Key. We're going to open up. There is someone with us. Hopefully they let us loot it. And some of these rooms will have security breaches in like this, like you can see. You can open these if you fill out your skill tree on the red side all the way to the end. And this is everything that we looted from the room, with a shout out to the complex gun parts, the snap hook, and the deadline. Some very good finds there. We got the Osprey 2, a Renegade 2, we've got some decent trinkets, a blue shield, gun parts again, a 99k bag. Next, we'll use the damn Testing Annex Key. Now, just take note on this one. There's actually 2 locked doors in this area. So if you want to loot both of the rooms, you do need 2 of these keys. With 1 key, you'll only be able to loot 1. I only have the 1 key, so I'll show you the location of both of the rooms now, but we'll only be looting 1 room. Again, we're headed to damn Battlegrounds, and for this, we'll be heading over to the medium loot area, the Testing Annex. So here we are at the damn Testing Annex now, and the entrance you want to go into is going to be to the west side of the building because we want to be on the same level as the locked door, and that's just this entrance right here. So on the map, you can see again, I'm at the west side of the Testing Annex here. We're going to take this entry point. And as we go through this room, or into this room, into this building, you're going to find 2 locked doors. There's going to be this locked door here. And there's also going to be a locked door further down here. Again, you're going to need 2 keys to open both of them. I personally prefer this one. I think this one has the most loot in. But if you want to loot this one as well, you'll need a second damn Testing Annex Key to loot that as well. So, I'm going to use it on this door here. I'm going to loot it up. So there's the key spent. I'll show you what I get. And this is everything that we got from that room. Nothing major, but we did get a Wolfpack grenade. We got a Renegade 2 among some other items. And then the final key to show you on the damn Battlegrounds is the damn Control Tower key. So again, heading to damn Battlegrounds. We're going to be going close to where we went before, the Research and Administration building. But this time we're heading to the Control Tower. So here we are again with the Research and Administration building in front of us and the Control Tower up top. We're heading through exactly the same door as we did before. So the main entrance here, just where the logo is on the front of the building. Again, here's a reminder, just to the west side of this area, this Research and Admin and Control Tower. So heading through this main door, we'll have the other locked room that we did earlier right in front of us. This time, though, we want to go around the corner and push through to the top of the control tower. So head left, and we'll push forward down to this door. We're very late in this game, so there's high chances it's been looted. As we come through this door, we're going to take another left. This will be a breach door. You have to breach this open. And up here can be some turrets, so be careful. Take them out before you take the zip up. When we go all the way to the top, again, I'm pretty sure this is looted because that door's open and everything. You'll come around this corner. And the locked room is just here. You'll use the door, you use the key on this locked room, sorry, and this is a big loot room, hence why it's a purple epic key. You've got a lot of loot in here. What I'm going to do is go back out, come back in, and try and show you what loot you can find. And here it is. We went back in, we got the room, and the most notable items here being an Anvil 1, an Anvil 3. We got an Arpeggio, complex gun parts, another Wolfpack, among lots of other good items. We got an 85k bag out of that room. We have done all the keys now on damn Battlegrounds, but there is one more locked room that I want to show you. And to get into this locked room, it requires the power rod. The power rod is something that can drop. You can find this, but it's also craftable as well as you level up your stations. Although not as good as the other locked rooms that we've just shown you on damn Battlegrounds, it's still got some good loot in there and a high chance of like blueprints and stuff. So we'll head back to damn Battlegrounds to cover this last locked room. And for this, we'll be heading over to the power generation complex. The room we want to get into when we get here is just there where you see the window and the zip line going down. So if you do spawn in like this Red Sea, head to this location here for the zip line and you'll be right inside of there. But if you're on top, then you can just come to this location and drop down into it. So again, just showing you my location on the map. This is just the quickest way to go about it. There's obviously multiple ways to get into this room, so just be careful when you drop and you're looking to land on that. And then once we're inside this room, the locked door, just take a left. And it's in this main room here. There's normally arc in here, so just be careful. And this is the locked room. Unfortunately, it has already been opened. So we don't need to use the power cell. We can just open it. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out, come back in, and show you the sort of loot you can get from this room. And there you go. Again, like I said, it's not as good as the other key rooms, but we got an arpeggio, we got a Vita spray, a wolf pack, and some other items. Moving on now to the Buried City keys, we'll be starting with the Buried City Residential Master Key. Now, there's multiple rooms on the map that this can open, and I don't know all of the locations, but I'll show you the one that I like to use. So heading to the Buried City map, if we inspect it, we're going to be heading over to Grandioso Apartments, which is a medium loot value area. Heading from the west side of Grandioso Apartments, this is what the two apartment buildings look like. And we're going to be heading into this left one here. You can see the location on my map here just to the west. And we want to go into the building and drop down a level to get to the locked room. So if we jump up here, we'll be able to go inside. And we're just going to go in and look for a rope going down. And then on this level, we'll find the locked door, which is just here. It's already been looted on this occasion, but this is the door that you're going to be able to open with the key. So what I'm going to do is go out, come back in, and then show you what loot you can get. And here's what loot in that room can look like, with the highlights being the very comfortable pillow. We got Lance's mixtape, playing cards, an anvil, blue shield. We also got an osprey too, some gun parts, and another blue shield as well. Quite lucrative, a 91k bag. Next, I'll be showing you where to use the Buried City JKV Employee Access Card. We are again heading to Buried City, and this time we'll be heading to the Space Travel Building. It is a high loot value area. So this is the JKV Space Building here. It's right next to the hospital, and we're going to go through the main entrance. So we'll show you the map location now. Let's get a safe position. But we are just to the east side of the Space Travel Building here, and the main entrance is where this bus is kind of buried in the sand. As we go through this entrance, there's going to be some stairs right in front of us. We've got to be careful as we go up here because of arc. There could be turrets as well, but you want to head to floor 4. So there's an arc, as I mentioned. Just be very careful. There's a lot of arc in this building potentially. There could be fire burners, a lot of poppers. There can be turrets, ticks, all sorts. As there's another one there, but we're just going to keep on running past that. We'll go all the way up to floor 4. And at floor 4, you're on the floor where the locked room is. And this is where the locked room is. So use your Buried City JKV Employee Access Card. Shut the door behind you, and I'll show you what loot you can get. And the score we got this time wasn't nothing major, but the highlights being the Toronto. We got an anvil level 2. We got some heavy gun parts and some advanced electrical components. But that's about it on that one. For the next location, we'll be heading to the Buried City Hospital to use the hospital key. On Buried City, you can find a hospital right next to where we just went to. We went to the Space Travel Building. Just north of that is the hospital building. It's a high loot value area. This is where you're going to want to head. So here we are at the hospital. There's multiple entrances to this one. We are just heading from the northeast side of the building here. This is where the room is going to be, so it's a good entrance to use. And we'll find a hole in the wall to get in. Now, this is a highly contested area, even on casual lobbies. There's a chance you're going to bump into somebody. And there's going to be arc as well, so be careful of all the dangers. But as soon as we come through this entrance, we just hook around to the left here. And the locked room is just through these few doorways. Here it is. It hasn't been used yet. So this is the locked room. We'll use the Buried City Hospital key to get inside there. This whole area is gold, by the way. It has already been looted, but the room hasn't. I'll now loot this up and show you what I get out of it. And honestly, the actual area outside of this room is probably going to be better than the room itself if you get anything like this. I think the only highlight there is that I got a Venator 2. And the final key to show you on Buried City is an epic key for the Buried City Town Hall. On the Buried City map, this can be found in the center of the area. You can see Town Hall here. It's a high loot zone area. And you can see the town hall right in front of me. Be careful of this area. There's normally a bombardier or a bastion or something. But the door is right in the center here. You can only enter it from the south side of the building where I am now. This is the only entry point. You can see here where I am, and so it's the north side of the building, not the south side of the building. The north side is the only entry point into this, and it's a huge building. Once you're inside, there's going to be a lot to loot, potentially a lot of arc, but players can only come through this door. I'll show you what I find. And this room was much more lucrative than the last one. We've got a few highlights. We found the Shotgun Choke 2 blueprint, a Wolfpack grenade. We got a Tempest 2, a Volcano with another mod to go on that as well. Some gun parts, an Osprey 2, Blue Shield. This place was golden. With Buried City done, we'll now move on to the Spaceport map, and we'll start with the Spaceport Warehouse Key. When we inspect the Spaceport map, we can find a Spaceport Warehouse all the way north. It's the shipping warehouse here that you need to aim for. So here is the shipping warehouse. We've just got to the location. You can see the C1 on the building there. We are just east of the building. We want to head inside here and head to the top floor. So there's going to be some zip lines up, I think, or there's going to be some steps that you can find to go up like these here. So head all the way to the top, and I think there might be multiple rooms up here, but you're obviously looking for the room that has a locked door. It's just the one room. It's this one here anyway. There's two entrances to this one. There's this door here and one the other side, so you can check them both if you want to. There's nothing worse than spending your keto opening this door and seeing a green light, but we'll take the risk. The Spaceport Warehouse Key's going in. We open the door, and it's red the other side, so the loot is ours. I'll show you what I get. And here it is. Nothing major, but not too bad. We got some complex gun parts as a highlight. We got an anvil. We got a Berletta. We also got a rusted gear, which is one of the crafting station upgrades. But other than that, that's what we got. The next key on Spaceport that we're going to use is the Spaceport Trench Tower Key. This could be used on two buildings on the Spaceport map, and they are north where we went before for the shipping warehouse, but just east of those, you've got the North Trench Tower and the South Trench Tower. Both of these are locked rooms, and you'll have to take your pick or bring two keys to do both of them. So here we have the two trench towers in front of us. I've got the South Tower there marked, but there is also the north one. Now, just like with a room previous, or a couple of rooms, there's multiple entrances to these. We can see one's already been done. It's got a green light on it. So what we might do is go and check the north one instead. But both of these buildings will have a door either side. If you want to make sure that no one's looted it, you might want to check both doors on both of the sides to make sure one hasn't been opened, because you don't want to waste your key, go in there and everything has already been looted. I just made my way to the other side, and we've got another green door. So both have been looted. What I'll do, I'll come back here, and I'll show you what sort of loot you can get out of these. But just on the map here, show my exact location. We're just near the North Trench Tower here. But you can loot any one of these. After going back and looting the North Tower, this is what the loot looked like. Nothing major, but we did get a epic deadline. We also got a Silencer 1 blueprint, some light gun parts there, and just plenty of resources, including a Kettle 2 as well. The next key we're going to do is the Spaceport Container Storage Key. And again, we'll find this on Spaceport. If we inspect the map, we're going to be heading to the container storage, which is a loot value area which is high. And again, we'll find this on Spaceport. If we inspect the map, we'll be heading over to the container storage building, which is a high loot value area. This is what the container storage building looks like. We're just in the middle of the area. You can see I'm just kind of like southwest of the building here on the map. We want to head inside the building, and we want to go all the way to the top to find this room. So there's going to be some zip lines up, but you're also going to find some stairs. We're going to take the zip line. The zip line will take us all the way to the floor that we need to be on. But you want to go all the way to the top. And I think there are multiple rooms up here. Oh, not all the way to the top. Sorry, we want to just get off On the one below. There we go. The top floor, not the roof. And the room we're looking for will have a red lock on it. So I think it's that one over there. If we run around this way, we should see a red light door. Now, again, like with some other rooms, there'll be multiple entrances to this. If you want to double check both doors to make sure one hasn't already been opened, it is advisable. But we're going to risk it. This is the locked room. You can see there's red. So we're going to open this and hope that nobody else has opened it the other side. Fingers crossed. So Spaceport container storage key. Unlocked. And the other doors are red. So we're good. It's ours to loot. I'll show you what I find. And this is our score. Nothing major, but we did find a Berletta. We also found an arpeggio. A Stella Montis security checkpoint key was in there. Some light gun parts. We also got a music box. Again, nothing major on that one. We got a 65k bag on us. And then the last Spaceport key that we have to cover is the Spaceport control tower key. So again, we'll be headed to Spaceport, and if we inspect the map, it's not too far from where we just went at the container storage. It's the building just north of that, the Control Tower A6, which is again a high loot value area. And here is the building right in front of us. We're looking to get right to the top of that tower. We'll be entering the building from this door here. You can see where I am at the map here, just like the southwest of the Control Tower A6. Building. We're going to go in. There are two doors again to get up here, so there's a chance you might open one side and the other side has already been opened. You can check both doors if you want to. Where's this door here? We need the Spaceport control tower key to open it. And once we open, we'll see the door in front of us. That is red, so the first one's here, which is good. We'll zip to the top, loot the room, and show you what we get. Although we got no epic items, it wasn't too bad. We got an arpeggio, we had a Berletta 2, a Venator 2, a blue shield. We had another Berletta, so two of them. Some medium gun parts, advanced electrical components. Pretty decent for resources on that run. With Spaceport done, we now move on to the next map, which is Blue Gate. And we'll start with the Blue Gate Village Key. A set of keys will be headed to the Blue Gate map, and if we inspect it, the village key is used in the village. If I zoom in a little bit, it's going to be towards the western side of the village that you want to head to. You can see my exact location in the village on the map now, just near these buildings, kind of like center but to the west side. What you're looking for as a standout building is the Pharmacia building, the pharmacy, and it's just next to that. It's this building right in front of me that is the village lock door. So make your way to this location, and hopefully nobody has been here. There we go, Blue Gate Village Key. We can open the door, go inside, close it, and I'll show you what we loot up. For such a small building, that was an amazing result. We had a Venator 1, another Venator 1. We got plenty of resources and some cash there, but we found two blueprints and another key. We got the Bettina blueprint, the Anvil blueprint, and a Stella Montis Archives key, which is epic. Next up is the Blue Gate Cellar key, and like with other keys, there's going to be multiple areas that you can use this. If we head to Blue Gate and inspect the map, there's basically some cellars dotted about the area which require this key. The one I'm going to take you to is just southwest of Ruined Homestead in this area here, but I believe I found some more dotted about as well. I remember running across around this area here, the forest air shaft. I'm sure I found one around there. There's probably many dotted about the map, but I'll show you the one here south of Ruined Homestead. Now these can be quite tricky to find, so I'll try my best now to describe where this one is. I'm on the main road here just west of Ruined Homestead near Olive Grove as well. This is what the road looks like. We've got a truck at the bottom of it, and we're right next to the beehive. You know, it's a beehive. You can hear loads of bees. So from here, what you want to do is just start climbing this hill, and you got to start seeing a cobbled wall. And it's this cobbled wall where you're going to find this cellar. So just look for that, and then you'll be able to use your Blue Gate cellar key on the cellar door, open it up, and go inside. And I'll show you what sort of loot you can get out of here. These are only small rooms, and this is everything that I got. The highlights being an anvil. We got a few trinkets for some cash, and we found an extended Light Mag 2 blueprint. So well worth checking if you have the key. Next up, we have the Blue Gate Communication Tower key. For this one, we'll head over to Blue Gate again, and when we inspect the map, we're going to go all the way northeast to Pilgrim's Peak, which is a high loot value area. We're just approaching Pilgrim's Peak now. You'll see the communication tower right in front of us. And the best entrance to go in through this is through the front door, which is here. I'll show you the location I am on my map. Just deal with this arc. And this is where we are. We're just basically bang in the center of Pilgrim's Peak. There's multiple entrances here, though. You can go right up to the control tower and drop down via a rope if you want to. I like to go into this through this door here. You've got to be careful of any arc in here. Quite often, there is going to be arc. There's going to be turrets. Just like that popper there. But the door you're looking for is just around this corner. And we'll hope that it's still red, because we're quite late into the game. It is still red. There you go. So this is the door you're looking for. It's the Blue Gate Communication Tower key. We're going to open this up. Go inside, shut it, and I'll show you what loot I get. This one was pretty poor, but we did have a few highlights. We got a Venator 1. We had 2 advanced electrical components, a couple of trinkets there. We did get the Toronto 1 as well as the Berletta. The fourth key I'm going to show you for the Blue Gate is the Blue Gate Confiscation Room key, and it's an epic key. For this, we'll be heading to Blue Gate again, and when we inspect the map, you want to head to the reinforced reception. This room's down in the tunnels, and this is the best entrance point to get to the room the quickest. So we are just approaching the building we want to go into now. We're just going up the stairs on the side of it. We'll be going through the main entrance. This is the building that you are looking for. Here's my position on the map, just north of reinforced, or east of reinforced reception. Once you get to the front door, you want to go in. There may be arc inside here, so do be careful. And you want to go straight down the zip line. Again, as you get to the bottom of the zip line, there could be arc here. It's also a hot area. It's a high loot value area, so be careful. Now, we just want to follow these lines on the floor, and we're following these yellow arrows. It's going to take us through here. This room here is very good to check, by the way. Make sure you're checking that. But we're going to keep following the yellow arrow to go all the way down to the locked door that we've came in for. And that is just here. We can use the Blue Gate Confiscation Room key to open this door. I'll shut it, and I'll show you what loot that I get. And it wasn't too bad. This is what we got. The highlights being the complex gun parts. We got a Venator 1. We had an anvil, among other resources there. We got quite an expensive bag, a 69k bag. There is one more key for Blue Gate that I want to show you. This is probably the worst key in the game, though. All it's going to get you is one weapon case. However, if you have the key, you might as well spend it. I'll show you where you can use this now. Let's head to the Blue Gate, and we want to head to the checkpoint. We will be going through the checkpoint, and we'll be heading into the tunnels where there's going to be a lot of vehicles where one of them or a few of them might have locked doors on their back, and that's what we'll be looking for. Now, the checkpoint can be ram-packed with arc. I'm currently having to maneuver a bombardier. There's a rocketeer about as well. We just took out some drones, so do be careful. Currently sat on a bus just outside the outer gates. We're going to be headed inside. And there's other entrances to this. Like, for example, you can go in through the head house and just drop down. You'll come into the same area, but I've chose to go in here because sometimes there's a car right on the entrance which we can just get very quickly and show you what you're looking for, because it can be hard to find. They're kind of random. They're never the same car. Well, they're the same like car what you're looking at, but it's whether they have the door on the back or not. So let me find one of the cars that you're trying to find, and just be careful of all the arc. We've also got a bombardier in here. I'm going to head this way, away from the... Sorry, bastion. There's a bastion here. But the patrol car is that over there. So we're looking for these patrol cars, which are just in front of me, while dodging all of the arc. And we're looking on the back to see if there's a door. If it's open like this, that's not going to work. We need to find one that's got a locked door. And they could be anywhere inside of here. So you just got to keep on running around. If you run all the way to the back of the area, there'll be some more as well. Might be a little bit quieter. So I'm just going to get away from that bastion for now. We found another patrol car just back here. And hopefully this has a door on. No, it doesn't. That's also open. I think we finally found one. It's near the entrance. I have to go out and come back in because none of them had doors locked on the back, but this one does, and this is what it looks like. It's got a door, there's no open doors. It says patrol car key. You'll put it in, you'll go inside, and you'll get your weapon case. Again, is the worst key on the game. I would say to just dispose of this rather than going through the aggro of just trying to find one of these vehicles that you could open just for a gun. Next, we are headed to Stella Montis, where there's 4 more keys to go and find locked doors. And we'll start with the Stella Montis medical storage key. If we check out the Stella Montis map, we want to head on the top side of the map here to the medical research area, which is a high loot value area. Now, I will say for all of these keys on Stella Montis, this map is quite like a maze. So if you're not familiar with it, it might be hard for you to get to these locations. My best advice for you is to just kind of mark it, try and aim for it, and then follow the signs on the walls. There will be signs on the walls pointing you to the areas that I show you for these keys. Here's an example here. You can see control room, medical research. We're looking for medical research right now. Just following all the signs to get to the medical research, and here we are. This brought us right next to the locked door as well. So this is quite a big area. Once you get to the medical research, you're looking to get to the north side of it, and it's just in the northeast corner here. Now this is a highly contested area, so you want to hope that people are friendly. But I'll go into this door now. We'll shut the door behind us, and I'll show you what loot we get. And there we go, we got quite a lot of items. We got an anvil too. We found the gas mine blueprint. We got a lot of Stella Montis medical area items as well, which can be broken down into good resources. And some other good resources, a 68k bag to head out with. Not too bad at all, especially as we got a blueprint. Next up, we'll be using the Stella Montis assembly admin key. So again, let's inspect the Stella Montis map. This will be on the top layer, and you're aiming for the assembly. The door's going to be to the east side of the assembly, where the tunnel kind of goes down into the western tunnel. That's where you're going to find it. Now, one of the best ways of getting to this area that I find is heading to the robotic sandbox, because this is where there's a tunnel taking you up to the assembly where we want to go. And I'm just looking for this tunnel. So in the sandbox in the middle here, we're just looking for this tunnel that takes us all the way up. We've got to be careful of a lot of arc around this area though. But this tunnel will take you all the way to where you need to be. And this is the assembly that we're looking for. So at the top of the tunnel, the locked door is just up here. If we can climb this, this is the room. So here's my location on the map now, right where I pinged. So if you can make your way to the robotic sandbox and find the tunnel that I just did, it'll bring you straight to the locked room. Now there's 2 entrances to this, like with loads of these doors. We've got this door here, there's also one up top. You can check them both if you want to. If you want to check the other door, you've got to get onto this top walkway here. But I'm not going to check, we're going to hope it's not been looted. I'm going to use the Stella Montis assembly admin key. We're going to go inside, I'm going to loot up and show you what I get. And on this occasion, we didn't get much good at all. We did get this epic snow globe, which is good money. We also found an anvil, but other than that, just some general materials. Next up, we'll be using the Stella Montis security checkpoint key. So head into the Stella Montis map to inspect it. Where you want to head this time is just the main lobby. Where the lobby metro station is, just above that, is where the security checkpoint is going to be. So we're heading up to the lobby now. The best way I find to get here is just to get down into the tunnels and follow the tunnels round to the lobby metro. They'll bring you up to the lobby where you want to be. And this is what the lobby looks like. And you want to head into the security wing or department. So just got to take care of this wasp. With that done, from my location here, let's bring it up on the map. You can see I'm dead center of the lobby north. Just looking south. And the security door is a breachable door right here. You can either breach this door or just try and jump over this wall. And just get in like that. Now, once you're in here, there's lots of good loot in here, but the door you're looking to unlock is this door here. So definitely loot the area, but put your key in here to unlock this door. I'll loot up and show you what I find. There was more loot in this room that I could handle, but this is the best of the lot. We got a lot of good stuff here, including a deadline blueprint, which is awesome. I've not had one of those yet. We've also got this, is it a Geiger counter? We have a Venator 1 and all of these other items, including the Beretta there. Very, very good loot on that drop. And the last key we have for Stella Montis is the Stella Montis Archives key, which is an epic key. For this, we'll head to the Stella Montis map, and you want to head to the east side of the map. It's in the Cultural Archives, in the northeastern side of this location. Sometimes you spawn just above this, which is perfect. But if not, just try your best to find there. You're looking for the Cultural Archives or even the Seed Vault signs. As long as you get to the Seed Vault area or the Archives area, I'll help you find this room. So again, you're going to see signs for like the Cultural Archives, Seed Vault. Just keep on following those signs. It's when you get to the staircase here with a zip line that you know you are good. We are at the south side of the Archives right now, so we want to go all the way to the opposite side. And this can be a highly contested area. There's a lot of arc here. There's also shredders. Players might come here, so be very careful. I'm about to get exploded on by a pop. But if you go all the way to the back end of the area, this is where you're going to find a locked door, and there's a shredder as well. The spawn point just above is just up that zip line, by the way. Sometimes you spawn there, you literally drop down the zip line and then come and spend the key. So you see my location now at the north side of the Archives. We just want to try and dodge this shredder. I'm going to make him go off. And then we're going to head inside the door. Okay. So many ticks. We've sorted them there with the shredders to the other side. We're now going to go and open this door. And we're going to close it behind us. And be done with all of these arc. Nightmare. Okay, I'm going to loot the room and I'll show you what I get. And this was a score. Nothing too great, but we did get a blueprint. The Pulse Mine blueprint. We got an Osprey too as well. Plenty of trinkets there for some good money. And yeah, some resources. And with that, we are out of keys. We've gone through every single key in the game and shown you the locations. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to hit like and comment down below to support on the algorithm. Subscribe for more Arc Raiders content. I also have a playlist linked in my video description of all my videos. If we get more maps and more keys, I will remake this video and update it as time goes. But thank you so much for watching this. And until next time, take care.